Today, I'm going to show you how to create the Invigoration Draught, a potion said to invigorate and energize the drinker. And this is a color-changing potion. This will go from orange to a blue-green. The things we will need for our Invigoration Draught is 1 glass bottle, and I am using a number 3 rubber cork with it. We are going to use some rubbing alcohol, but you could also use distilled water with just a very tiny bit of glycerin. I'm going to be using a blue mica powder, as well as some orange food coloring. We're going to need some mixing utensils, as well as a funnel for filling. I have some orange and bluish beads in here. We are going to use some regular cording, as well as some very thin cording. I'm going to be using a white wax seal hot glue, as well as scissors. And finally, we will need our label printed on sticker paper, and the link for this is in the description down below. Let's get started. Would you like a chance to win one of my potion bottles? Then consider supporting me over on Patreon. All of my patrons get a chance to win a monthly potion bottle. Link is in the description down below. And don't forget that in June, July, and August, my patrons are going to get a chance to win a second giveaway item that's going to be something larger. So they'll have a chance to win my potion bottle as well as something else special. If you'd like a chance to win one of those items or both of those items, consider supporting me over on Patreon. Link is in the description down below. Okay, so this is going to be a color-changing potion, and to do that, we are going to use a combination of the rubbing alcohol and the mica powder. So basically, the mica powder, when it is all swirled into the potion, it will create one color, and when it settles to the bottom, it'll clear out to our base color, which today is going to be orange. So we're going to go ahead and add some of our rubbing alcohol. And I'm not going to fill it all the way up because we're also going to be adding our mica powder in a separate container here, which is what the test tube is for. Then I'm going to just add a couple drops of my orange food coloring here. It's important not to make your orange too orange because it'll end up making the swirl of your mica powder look very green with the blue. So we just want it to be a nice light orange, so I'm being very careful not to add too much food coloring here. And I'm going to mix that up. Okay, so as you can see, we just have a nice light orange color. I don't want it to be too dark because, again, it'll just make it look more green. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our test tube here. So I have some of my blue mica powder here. And I'm going to put it into my test tube. Okay, we're going to start with that. And then I'm going to take my funnel. And we're going to add some of our alcohol to the mica powder. And I'm going to cap that up, and we're going to shake it up. And as you can see, we get this beautiful blue shimmery potion. Now I'm going to take my pre-mixed blue mica powder, and we are going to add it to our orange potion. Now, as you can see, it is mixing up with the orange, and it gives us this beautiful swirly blue-green potion. And as it settles, it's going to settle back to the orange, which is what makes it color shifting. So the fact that the mica powder settles to the bottom is what makes it go from orange to the blue. And the reason I decided to go with the orange blue combination is because the Invigoration Draught has characteristics of either being blue or orange, so I thought, all right, we're going to make it both. So now that we have our potion mixed up, we're going to go ahead and finish the rest of our bottle here. Okay, so we're going to do this one a little differently. We're going to put the label on last. So we're going to go ahead and wrap the top of our bottle. So I'm using some of this just standard cording here. It's just basically like a twine. And we're going to wrap the neck of our bottle just like we have several other hundreds of bottles before. And I'll put a card up above that will take you to a video that explains my method of wrapping the top of the bottle without actually having to use glue. So now that I have my base cording, I'm going to take some of this thinner cording as well as some of the orange and blue beads. And we're going to actually wrap this cording the same way we did the base cording, except we're going to be a little bit more sporadic. So we're going to use the same method where we trap our cording so we can just wrap it without any glue. But I'm along the way going to string some beads onto my cording as I wrap. Okay, so now that we have everything strung, we can kind of shift any of our beads that we feel like we need to just make it feel a little bit evenly spaced, but at the same time unevenly spaced, because I kind of like how random it all ends up becoming. Yeah, and I think that's pretty good. So the reason that we didn't put the label on first is because I wanted to be able to see which side I like the best with the beads and the way we do our dripping. So then that way we can put our label on that side so we can highlight that section of the bottle. So I decided to fill this up just a tiny bit more before I sealed my cork on. So we're going to use, this is a hot glue gun with some white sealing wax in here, and we are just going to kind of go around the base of our cork. I don't want to cover up the whole cork. I just want to create some drips right around the base. We're going to let this cool. I think I like this for my front, so I'm going to go ahead and get my label that we printed on sticker paper, and I'm going to peel the backing paper off. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay. So now we have our beautiful blue Invigoration Draught, and we're going to let this sit, and you will see it transform into orange. Okay, so everything has settled, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see. We just are left with our orange see-through potion. Put a light behind here so you can see. We just have our orange see-through potion here. And there you have it, our Invigoration Draught. So this was featured in the books in Order of the Phoenix. So year 5 students were asked to brew the Invigoration Draught, and Harry actually did pretty well at brewing this because he was left alone, so he was able to actually do the potion the way it's supposed to be without having Snape over his shoulder. But because he had made Snape upset the day before, Professor Snape smashed Harry's vial of Invigoration Draught, and Harry went back to his cauldron to get another one out, and Hermione, trying to help, had actually already vanished the potion away. So Harry ended up getting 0 points for the potion, even though he felt confident in it. So I felt like we would go ahead and do this one since it is a book potion. It is also featured in a couple video games. So as you can see, once it settled, we got our see-through orange color back again, and all of the mica powder is at the bottom. So now when we go to shake our potion up, we get our beautiful blue with a hint of like a green sparkle potion. And again, once this settles, it'll go right back to our see-through orange. So there you have it, our Invigoration Draught. This will be a great addition to our potion and prop collection we've been making along the way. So if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.